All right, welcome everyone.
Good morning.
Again. So what does it mean to be a district manager as part of Team HTI Branch 531? Invest in people personally. In turn, they will become better professionals. There's some examples of our team in the stores, creating relationships, recognizing individuals for their contribution to makeover. And you will notice Baz is picking up on the badge Home Depot mentality. All right, HDI Branch 531 districts. So they're split up into, all of our territories split up into 7 districts, and you'll see them listed here. LYH, we used all the airport codes. LIH consists of West Virginia and most of Virginia. RIC is the Richmond territory, which also includes South Hill store. ILM is the coastline from Jacksonville, North Carolina, down to Murrells Inlet, South Carolina. Memphis is the greater Memphis area with a couple stores in Mississippi. JMA is Jackson, Mississippi, centralized. Or 2, BBG it consists of the northern Arkansas stores as well as a couple in Missouri, Branson, Missouri area. 4-pillar focuses as a district manager. So these are the 4 main parts that we tried to develop each district manager and their focuses on a daily basis that I'll go through briefly. Home Depot, developing relationships with leadership within the store from their level and from the designer's level that they're coaching, developing, to connect with associates, and when they get to that level where they're able to have interactions with higher ups, that's the goal, to get them there so they can have impact in the store. Because if you're not in the store, they don't see you. There's plenty of other vendors out there, providers. You're no different than anyone else. So we make it a point to set ourselves apart, to actually spend time developing those relationships. Sell. Well, Jerry covered that one. Sell, sell, sell. I mean, we're a sales organization, and Depot is as well. Everything comes after that. If you don't have sales, you don't have jobs and a business. Furnish. So the furnishing aspect of the business, which is from sale to install, essentially. So everything that occurs between the contract to install. And then installation, install. What makes our district management team unique? We've got anywhere from a novice to advanced skill levels, DMs. Similar to what Jared spoke about in the opening. Team collaboration, right? Everyone's got their own district, but we want to work as a team, especially when we've got individuals of all different skill levels. And I'll speak just briefly to that coming up. but that collaboration is important to grow everyone as a team, as well as your own individual ownership of their own district success. So on one hand, you're out there getting people to sell, managing your own business, solo, ownership, that ownership piece. And on the other hand, you've got a team behind you, which is unique, with people quote unquote competing against each other. And it's tough at times because you've got alphas, so to speak. Everyone's got their way of doing it, and this is the right way. And then you got people at all different skill levels. So how do you guys kind of get on the same page with people who are alphas and don't know as much, but they think they do? So it's about fostering that collaboration between the team. So just a quick rundown of our district managers, who they were, who they are, and what's next. Sebastian Boyce, he was a kid with no professional experience. But his first 2 years, he was $1 million producer each year. Who is he? A young man who knows and executed every part of the business. What's next? Equip our DM team with his knowledge and a consistent leader who elevates his district team to consistent growth and sales over the next year. Will Elmore, over ILM, managed multiple teams of chefs, baseball coach with no sales experience when he joined. And he was a designer when he joined, not as a district manager. But a lot of these things here, with the exception of maybe that one, didn't have a lot of the sales experience, right? And I will point that out because we've got a proven process over the last 10 plus years that we've used in the home that is able to produce results of individuals who are not sales savvy. Follow the process and you're able to identify where the individual needs work. And it's been proven. It's taken a number of years to develop. As Jared said, we were basically given, well, you didn't say this, but when we joined on, we were given business in a box. Here's all your stuff in a week. Go sell. So it's taken a number of years to develop a process that works for a number of individuals in different stages of their career. So Will Elmore, ILM, DM, said the first, who he is now, a more patient individual, learning how to effectively lead his district team and build a more balanced business. What's next for Will? A more rounded professional who is able to elevate his district as a result of his mastery of the 4 pillars, trending toward hitting HDI's internal sales goals by year end. So we've got a plan for each store, right? And as you heard earlier, the goal for HDI internal for us, branch 531, is $100,000 a store per half. Baz Cepeda, RIC, Richmond, a veteran who had fire inside but lacked confidence. He's become an individual who's been driven to master the 4 pillars, which has produced increased confidence. What's next for Baz? A more rounded professional who has mastered the 4 pillars, running his district with precision, beating HDI's sales plan, trending toward HDI's internal sales goal by year end. Jeffrey Goldman, currently the district manager of MEM, Memphis, and BBG. Recently rejoined the team with over 30 years experience in the business, including his time as a department supervisor at Depot. Jeff is currently, from joining our team the first time to now, he has proven to be well more adaptable. Being in a business for 30 years, you've got it figured out, right? And listening to a couple of younger guys is tough, right? But it's about consistent process and bettering yourself, which is why you're back on the team. So adaptable, embracing process change to build a strong foundation for his growing team and HD partnership. What's next for Jeff? Rapidly grow his district, HD partnership, using his years of knowledge of the business to exceed HD sales plan on a trend to hit HDI's internal sales goal by end of the year. Dave Ferguson, LIT and JMA district manager, an individual with experience in multiple leadership positions and professions when he joined the team. Who is he now? Learning how to use his experience in other fields to adapt to a different process with a focus on rebuilding his district. Where's Dave going? Rapidly grow his district, HD partnership to exceed HD sales plan on a trend to hit HDI's internal goals by year end. So you see a trend on what's next. Growth across the board.
The world from 2 years ago is gone. It's gone. You already know it. I mean, it's an obvious statement. But you've seen it. Life has changed. Work has changed. How you do what you do has changed. The predictability of progress has changed. And what I'm seeing all of this change due to so many ambitious people, I see them getting frustrated because what they're aiming, what they're trying to accomplish, doesn't feel like it's under their control anymore. So their reaction is to individualize, to isolate, to say, I've got this on my own. I don't want to rely on anyone else. I don't want approval from anyone else. I don't want to be disappointed by someone else. And I get the reaction. But for most, it's just not the right move. Right now is a time
So I probably should have set that up a little bit in the beginning, but as you saw from the slide before this, everyone's got various backgrounds, right? And it takes a team to execute and grow together. And you guys are in the field every day with your designers, on Zoom with designers, coaching, mentoring. You're in the stores, you're getting different reactions, different feedback. You're going through the internal process of what we do on a daily basis. It's easy to point fingers. This person, that person, didn't do this, that. Number one, you should point the finger at yourself. What could I have done better? But you've got an entire team. And if you're not open to be vulnerable, then you're never going to be able to grow and inspire, because you need everyone's opinion and collaboration to be able to better yourself, to better your team, no matter what individual it is. It goes back to bettering people, investing in people so they're better professionals. So that's one part of why we are unique. Definitely progress to be done and made. But I feel that we have taken that next step. But we need to continue to take those steps. Because if you don't, you're stagnant, and then the individuality creeps in. And not a team focus driven on a goal.
2 minutes.
Individual ownership of your, I did it too quick. Well, 2 minutes and cut it. All right. Current development of each district manager. So I believe each of you have seen what Jared sent out with respect to, and you'll see this from each district manager as they present, 3 different colors of evaluation of themselves in different areas. Number 1, attack, which is red, meaning we got to really focus on this. Yellow, defend. So you're at a consistent state, defending whatever it is, your position. And finally, grow. Growing your growth, you've learned a lot. This right here is not where each individual is performing currently. My focus is growth and development for the DMs. So I'm sure you've all seen all the different colors for everyone, just in terms of their development in these areas. And there are, yes, a couple that stick out. Well, we've got heavy focus out west on selling. So the furnish and install hasn't been a top priority, which is okay, right? But we work to have a balanced business, and you got to identify areas of opportunity. But this goes to, so away from the team, now we're individualizing it, right? And y'all by your presentations. You know your business. You know where you're at. It's got to take individual ownership to get better. And how do you do that? Because you do the mundane every day, right? It just becomes a daily grind. And it's about a mentality shift in the end. Individual ownership of your district's success equals a mentality shift.
If the lion is the king of the jungle, how can he be the king of the jungle? If he's not the biggest, the elephant is probably one of the biggest. He can't be the fastest because that's a cheetah. He can't be the smartest. So he's not the biggest, the fastest, or the smartest. So how does a lion become the king of the jungle? His mentality. That's the only difference of a lion and an elephant. When a lion walks up and sees an elephant, he thinks much. An elephant thinks run. And it's all mentality. Because when a male lion walks up, he may be outnumbered by a pack of hyenas, but I'm king of my jungle because of my mentality. What happens when you're gazelle and you're not being pushed, you're not being prodded, you're not getting a reward, nobody's encouraging you? What happens when you're a gazelle and the lion's not chasing anymore? You stop running. What happens when you're a lion? When you're a lion, it does not make a difference. You realize that if your family is going to eat, that if that pack of lions is to survive, then you gotta go hunt. Part of being a beast just ain't eating a gazelle. Part of being a beast is to hunt. It's the hunt that they're excited about. They like to see the gazelles run. Then boom, they take off. Because real lions like to hunt. They love the process just as much as they love prize. And some of y'all just want to score. You don't like the process. You're not in love with the process. A true hunter's goal is not the prize. A true hunter's goal is to hunt. That's what they live for. They live to hunt. They don't just live to catch it. It's the whole process. When you are a true hunter, you don't go by time. You go by the gazelle. When you are a true hunter, you hunt until you get a gazelle, and you don't stop until you get one. And then you get another, and then you get another, and you get another. If you don't do what you say you're going to do, be what you say you're going to be, you're going to have to line me out. You a gazelle, you won't come up short. You a gazelle, and you won't have an average experience. You a student, I need you in lion mode. You an entrepreneur, I need you in lion mode. You try to lose weight, lion mode. You can't do nothing significant in gazelle mode. Nothing. Nothing impressive happens in gazelle mode. Nothing happens in run mode, give up mode, quit mode, scared mode, fearful mode. Nothing happens. Everything happens in lion mode like I'm coming to get you.
Got to be intentional. Got to have that ferociousness to get better. That mentality shift. I'm going to crush this. I'm going to crush that. How am I going to do it? Each individual. Get better. But you got to know where to focus. And we all know. And that's why we do this on a monthly basis, right? Where do we shift? But there's got to be a mental shift too, mentality. So my development focuses for my team is true team collaboration for other district managers' growth. Inspire each DMs to approach every day with aligned mentality.
Next bullet point was a gazelle, apparently.
A lot of blood.
That is awesome.
Is your Bluetooth Don't what? Closet relaunch. So for a variety of different issues, get into them specifically. But we have been doing the virtual sales. And one of the major setbacks was the lead time. Talking months. So we're relaunching that across every store with intent, and would love for any management leadership to join on those walks as we reintroduce that. But that's a focus for us to get that really going, and a dedicated person to increase sales on that side, and teach others. Yes, sir.
You all get to take advantage of the quick ship program?
They do.
Huh?
They
Yes.
do, yes.
So we.
I was waiting for my question and answer section.
Oh,
That's for the DMs. HDIS management, relationship building. My focus has been on obviously the team and developing this model that we have over the last couple of years, and neglected really building relationships with the HJIS team in the field to get your perspective on things and work through different issues. How can we partner to increase sales in the district and the stores? So that's one of my main focuses over the next year, for sure. Vendor relations, existing and new, that's ongoing. But we need to bring on more so we can bring on more sales and higher tickets. Ensure the DNA of the business always stays front of mind for consistency and effective development as a team. Which leads into Natalie.